Welcome to Pagan Crafting. In this video, we're going to make a smudging feather fan. Now this smudging feather fan is a beautiful tool that witches use, shamans use, Native Americans use. This one is a little bit more elaborate, but I wanted it to have the brown to represent grounding, the blue to represent calming, relaxing, tranquil, and the water element. So stick with us, enjoy this video, and let's learn how to make this particular fan. You will find at the end of this video, if you want to watch all the way to the end, you will get a coupon code to purchase this exact fan we made today. You can either make it with me today or you can purchase the fan. I'm only going to be making one, so it's going to be one of a kind. Now I've decided the blue feathers for water, the brown for grounding. I went with the clear quartz crystal. I did have some tiger's eye and some jasper there, but I went with the quartz crystal. Now these ones are dyed black turkey feathers. I'm going to glue these ones together here. Now the middle one is a little bit janky, and I can see that now that the light's shining through. I didn't see that at first when I was making it, but that's going to be our centerpiece anyway. Having the two feathers on the outside, inside, which way should I do it? Outside, I think I'm going to put it on this side, on the front. Yeah. I'm going to place this down over here to let it cool down and dry out now. Now taking the clear quartz crystal, I'm going to grab some wire. Now this is a beautiful wire that I use for wrapping. Don't know the gauge, but I think it's like a silver wire. It's a beautiful wire to wrap with. I'm going to cut two pieces exact same length. Now I'm going to take the two pieces together, straighten them out. In the center, I'm going to cross them together, and I'm going to twist it 5 times. And this creates a base for the crystal to sit upon. I apologize that the crystal was off screen while I was wrapping it, but there's no particular way to wrap it. Just wrap some in any which direction, wrap upon himself. Now the two pieces in the back, just twist it up. It doesn't need to be anything fantastic, because what you're going to do is we're going to grab some pliers now. It's going to twist those off a little bit tighter. And then I'm going to grab some wire cutters and just trim that off the same length. They don't need to be very long. Now I'm going to take these wire cutters, I'm just going to twist clockwise to the, if you're right-handed, just to twist to the left. If you're left-handed, just a twist to the right, just half a clock twist. Twist all the way down and create some really cool nicks in it. So that's why it didn't matter how you wrapped it around, is because we're creating cool twists. This also tightens the wire around the crystal, not only making it look really pretty. So I think this is cooled down enough. I'm gonna work on the blue feathers. Now these are dyed feathers. There's some feathers that are some white in the front. I think that's cool. I'm going to do something with that, but for now I'm just going to grab some the dyed blue rooster feathers, I assume. I bought these ones. I know these ones are rooster feathers. I bought these ones special. Oh, they're so pretty. Okay, just gonna take off that glue there. I have a piece of glue. Nice. Gonna put the blue here. I think I'm gonna take some of the brown and white feathers and put it behind the blue because I think it'll really make the blue pop out more. Now just loading up a lot of hot glue. Hot glue is your friend. You're not gonna see it anyway. Load it up, plug it up. We want that to stay on there. We want it to dry super fast too, because again, I'm Aries and I'm an impatient one. So I like things to dry fast so I can keep on going on. Adding some more glue here. I'm gonna add some blue feathers. Give it a little, see how I'm shaking it a little bit there, because I don't need to add the whole glue. I want the feathers to move when I'm fanning. So I'm just shaking it in the tips. Ooh, look at that piece I found out there. Now I'm going to take some of that ones that, see, the blue wasn't dyed all the way down, but I kind of like that. So I'm just going to add a glob of glue here and add some of the blue feathers that has the white tips in them. I know they weren't dyed properly, but I think it looks cool. I think it's a nice centerpiece. Now I'm going to take the, I think I look cool going straight down, or should I go sideways? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go back to my original idea and I'm going to make it go all the way straight up and down. Just feeding it through the pieces of it and give me a little tug with the pliers. It got a little loose there, so all I did was just tighten it up, add a couple little crooks, and it tightened it right up. I'm not feeling it. I pulled it out. Nope. I don't like the crystal that way. I just didn't like it at all. So I'm going to go back to the horizontal, twisting up with the pliers in the back. It still wasn't sitting very tight because it wasn't really made to do this. So I'm going to twist it up as tight as I can, and I'm going to add lots of globs of glue to hold it in place. Bringing some hot glue around to the front. Be generous so it does not move. We're going to wrap it with some leather on the handle later, so we're going to hide all that hot glue. Now, originally I was thinking a blue leather, but then these feathers are gorgeous. So I have this brown, and it just, oh my gosh, it's exactly the same color. Oh, but originally I wanted to go with a blue for water. Looking at it. But the blue isn't quite the same blue. Okay, what should I do? I'm making a decision. Let's go with blue. Okay, we're gonna go with blue. So we're just gonna wrap the ends here. Hot glue is your friend. It'll help hold it in place. And we're just gonna wrap it super smooth. I like to keep it from winding up, so it has a nice, I'm just gonna wind that cord back a little bit. I want a running end to be able to tie up to later, so I just folded that back. Wrapping this around the edges, and you want to cruise all the way up to the top, nice and smooth, so nothing is twisting there. I think it just gives it a super clean look. Now, as we're getting closer to the crystal, there's a lot of glue there. Now, I mentioned we want to be able to hide that glue. So as we're getting closer to the crystal, what we're going to do is we're going to do a crisscross pattern in behind and above, behind and above. So I want to hide that glob of glue. I'm going to come over, come behind, and I'm going to start to make a crisscross pattern, which will look super nice on the back when it's done. Doesn't take anything extra, just crisscross, crisscross, crisscross. And then it looks super cool on the back. And it hides all that glue. Nobody needs to know about all the glue, and everything looks super cool right now. Nobody needs to know. All right, Now just slowly wind down a fine piece and it just gives it again a really beautiful finish. Cutting off a piece at the end here, tying off the end in just a simple left over right, right over left slip knot. Actually, sorry, that'd be a reef knot. And just tug that super tight. And this leather will stay on its own. You don't need to go too many knots with this one. Now, this is what we have here. We got the movement of the feathers because we didn't go globs and globs of glue. We have just, oh, look at how it just shimmers and shakes when you hold it. It's so cool. So, you know what? I want to go with some brown. I still want to go brown. I think we need to punch out a bit of brown leather. So let's do a little crisscross, crisscross all the way down the handle. I think that bit of brown will just punch out and it'll help elaborate on the little bit of brown and white that I put in behind the blue. I think it'll look super sharp. Cutting off the excess pieces here, and now I'm just tying my last knot. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. I think it just looks cool. You could either trim off the leather pieces, but I like having the little leather pieces hang down. You yourself can trim off the pieces and have it super tight, but I just like having a little bit of leather. I'm just going to trim them off just a touch shorter. Approximately all the same length. Just a little bit there. That's nice. I really like that crystal going that direction. That's the first time I've done one that way. I like it. Check this out. Throw in this coupon code YouTube15 if you wish to buy it off my Etsy store. If you look on the description down below, you'll find my link to my Etsy store. Plug in the coupon and that fan is yours.